Hello Internet, welcome to Game Theory, where today's episode is perhaps the single most important that we've done on the Fnaf lore in a long time. Today, my friends, our goal is to solve Golden Freddy. That's right, Fnaf Reddit, I am justified in using my favorite golden boy in the thumbnail today because this episode is all about him. It's them? Which, I gotta be honest, is probably a good thing because I'm running out of ways to make old Yeller over here look interesting in a thumbnail. I mean, the dude's only got like 2 decent quality images in the entire 6-year history of this franchise. Say what you will about milking this franchise dry, we've milked that image dry. If only every other character in this franchise was as clickable. But seriously, with the recent release of Bunny Call, the 5th Fazbear Fright book, I think we have enough information now to finally put together a quasi-definitive answer on who is in that iconic golden suit, which, gotta be honest, is like the biggest mystery to me in this franchise at this point. Solving this one is like obtaining the first of 3 massive holy grails when it comes to the lore of this franchise. But in order to do it, we're gonna have to look at the games, the books, and the spin-offs, and by the end, we'll have ourselves an answer that not only fits with the established lore of both game and book, but also an answer that satisfies pretty much everything about this character. An answer that irons out all the wrinkles and frustrations that I've had when concocting past theories about this guy. Oh, and it also just picks a little bit at the scabbed over wound of a past theory, poking it just enough that it might get infected. So, are you ready to have your mind blown? Are you ready to finally have the answer to this mystery that has been 6 years in the making? Well then, let's begin with the Stitch Wraith. For those of you who've missed it, the Stitch Wraith story is happening in small chunks at the end of each Fazbear Fright book. It's kind of like an MCU post-credits teaser minus the color-shifting Thanos. It's about an animatronic suit pieced together from the haunted spare parts of various toys and robots, given life through the power of human agony. Now that it's alive, the creature is wandering the city, collecting more haunted toys, and killing people with its zappy hands, sucking their bodies dry and making them cry oily black tears. And up to this point, that's pretty much all we knew about this monstrosity. Lead me to conclude that the reason we're meeting this thing is to prove the existence of Remnant, and how it works via negative human emotions. Maybe send him up as the new villain for that upcoming game security breach. Or, at the very least, that's what I thought. But oh no, dear theorists. The Stitch Wraith is far more important than we could have ever imagined. In the epilogue of book number 4, Step Closer, we meet Andrew and Jake, the 2 souls who find themselves trapped inside the Stitch Wraith. And the conversation that they have when they first meet starts to give us some of the lore drops that we have been waiting years to hear. Quote from the book: "Now Jake was inside a metal thing. He didn't know enough about anything to understand what it was, but he did know that he wasn't alone. He was sharing this strange place." "Oh, hi," Jake said. "I'm Jake. Who are you?" "I'm Andrew." The child's voice was rough. He sounded a little like a boy Jake used to know in school, a boy who was always talking back to the teacher and getting himself in trouble. Jake thought Andrew sounded angry. Very angry. End quote. We're told that even though both their souls are infused into the same endoskeleton, Jake is the only one able to move the Stitch Wraith's body. He's also the only one capable of seeing the outside world. Andrew is blind to it all. It's kind of like those 2-man horse costumes. You never want to wind up being the butt in those things, especially on Chipotle days. It's no wonder Andrew's so mad. I'd be too if I was forced to spend an eternity looking at someone else's soul butt. However, it's when they start talking about their former lives that things start to get really interesting. Quote again, "My memories are kind of fuzzy," Jake said. "Fuzzy? Yeah, so are mine," Andrew responded. "But I do remember wanting to get back at someone who hurt me. I think I attached myself to him. I got into his soul, made sure he couldn't move on when he should have died. I remember I wanted him to suffer, the way he made me suffer. I remember they tried to kill him, but I wasn't gonna let him go until I was ready." With a story like that, you could almost say that Andrew is a spirit wanting revenge, a literal vengeful spirit, perhaps. Now, loyal FNAF theorists have an idea of where this is all going, right? Back when Ultimate Custom Night first came out, we theorized that the entire game was William Afton trapped in a fiery hexscape, a constant cycle of torture and torment at the hands of his past victims. Or should I say one victim in particular, the spirit of Golden Freddy. Sure, he was called by many names, the one you should not have killed, the vengeful spirit, but in the end, by doing the impossible of that game and beating 50-20 mode, it's revealed that Golden Freddy lingers on, twitching with rage, refusing to move on into his afterlife. And here, Andrew is pretty much confirming exactly that. Sound the party horns and the children celebrating, it looks like we got one right. Or should I say mostly right. What's interesting about this whole Jake-Andrew conversation from the book is that back with Ultimate Custom Night, we assumed that William Afton was dead, and that this was just his afterlife in purgatory. story, or HE double hockey sticks or whatever. He died in Henry's Fire, the one that was said at the end of FNAF 6, the one meant to bring the whole series to a close. I mean, how could he not be dead? Henry even had that awesome final line for him.
Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, friend.
You don't just survive one-liners like that. And yet here, Andrew says that he was actively keeping his killer alive against everyone's attempts on his life. So does that mean that Afton is still... No.
I always come back.
He attack, he protect, he always come back. But just because William may have been kept alive in the book lore doesn't necessarily mean that he was left alive in the game lore too. Well, it shouldn't, but I think it does. Fast forward to this month in our newest book, Bunny Call. What was originally supposed to be the 5th and final installment in the Fazbear Fright series. A literal 5 books at Freddy's. Until of course it got extended and now we have ourselves the bonus 6th and 7th night books. And while the first 2 stories in this new book are interesting and certainly worth talking about on a different day, it's the 3rd one, The Man in Room 1280, that ties into our Golden Freddy mystery today. Stop me if you've heard this one before. It's about a mysterious man in a hospital, burned well beyond the point of death, and yet somehow he remains alive. Quote from the book. The man had no face. A hole in his skull indicated where his nose used to be. Dark, cavernous pits lacking eyes looked at nothing. A toothless mouth gaped without lips to protect it. We'd be remiss if we didn't warn you, the nurse said. We know what that is. Evil, Father Blythe. Evil. In fact, the hospital staff is so convinced that he's the embodiment of evil that they tried to kill him multiple times, via injections, via smothering, via seances, but nothing will do it. He cannot be killed, but not for the reasons that you would expect. It's not an iron will to live or the remnant that's flowing through his veins that's keeping him alive. It's a ghost. Each attempt on the patient's life is thwarted by the ghost of a boy with curly black hair wearing an alligator mask. In fact, the two seem to be intertwined with each other. The story informs us about the patient's brain patterns and they're a bit unusual. Quote, according to the hospital's sleep expert, that particular REM pattern indicates...
We've come a long way, haven't we? 6 whole years go by so fast, don't they? It's fascinating how all of this was caused by me. You know, it started as grief and anger, but as I kept digging, I found answers to questions humans could only dream to solve. Immortality. Before we continue, however, let's go back and see how this game of mine all started. And that all leads up to here. The children, they think they won this game when I burned in that fire. But as long as I reside, they will never feel at peace. It's time to continue my legacy. I have chosen a trustworthy follower. She will continue my work, starting here with them.
Freddy's Fazbear's Pizza. So help wanted. Alright. So they're looking for a security guard. Ah! Okay. Ah! Okay. I don't want to see the duck. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. Is Duck Duck still there? Duck Duck is still there. Duck Duck is like the creepiest out of all of the characters. He just has this weird glare. Yeah. Stares into your soul. Just chill out. Just chill out. We're already 50%. No. No, Duck Duck, go away, Duck Duck. No, I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat, Duck Duck. Woo! Shoot! What? 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 Why? 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 What? Why is this happening? Why can't I close the door? Close the door! I don't even, it's jammed. Guys, it's jammed. Oh, shoot. Why do you do this to me? Why? Ah! No! No! Oh, crap. Crap. Okay, I hear, oh, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? What the heck is that? He's knocking on the door. Go away, go away. I don't want any Girl Scout cookies. Please. 3. Ah! Oh God, he's right there. Oh, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. Oh God. Oh no. No. Hurry. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. No. No, I lost. I lost the game. I can't put myself through this anymore. I can't do it. Just stop. I'm just. Oh my God. My shift is over. I freaking made it past the second night. I can't even see Foxy in there.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, you're doing great.
Thanks.
Most people don't last this long.
40. Oh, I'm 5%. 5%. Oh no. This is bad. Oh, Fox, don't come out, please. No, we're not gonna make it, guys. We are dead, man. I'm freaking dead. Oh God, Lordy, no. No! Hey. Yeah.
Damn. I always come back. Stay epic, as they say. I'll see you next time. Librarian out! Oh, they must have closed. Better go home now. Wake up! Wait here. Agent Gregory will see you in an hour. No, wait. Don't. No. What's this? If you want a free token, give me a big old... You're the devil.